Hey everyone, Romel here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Womier K98. This is a stacked acrylic keyboard that offers a 98 key layout, a hotswap PCB, and per key RGB. The switches in this keyboard that I'm reviewing has the Gatoron browns, but because it is hot swap, you can take those out, mod them, or use any switch that you want. This keyboard was sent over by Womier, but as always, that won't have an effect on my review. I always share my own personal thoughts and opinions, and it doesn't matter if a company sends me out a product to review, that won't change that. You can get this keyboard on Amazon for about $90 US, and I will have links in the description if you want to get one for yourself. Anyways, let's get to the unboxing. Inside the box, you have the keyboard and a few accessories. They include a brush to help you keep your keyboard clean, a switch, keycap puller, a USB-C cable, as well as a set of red keycaps if you wanted to change it up. The K98 is a stacked acrylic keyboard and looks pretty similar to what you'd find with most stacked acrylic designs. You have 4 pieces of acrylic here, with the top and bottom having a frosted finish and the one sandwich inside are clear. The keyboard that I have also has a slight blue tint to it, which I think looks really nice with the keycaps and the overall design. The pieces of acrylic are all held together with the screws from the bottom. And speaking of the bottom, the keyboard does have rubber feet, which gives it a nice typing angle. The USB-C port is located right at the center of the keyboard rather than to the left or to the right. The K98 is a 98 key layout, and you'll often find this layout referred to as a compact full size or an 1800 compact. I actually really like this layout because it gets rid of the home cluster but still gives you the numpad. It's about the same footprint as a 10 keyless, but I'd say it's a little bit more functional, but it does look way more cluttered. I've had quite a number of friends that were looking into getting a mechanical keyboard ask me for a few recommendations, and when I give them a 60, 65, 10 keyless, they always ask me where the numpad is. Haven't really found a lot of custom mechanical keyboards that have the numpad as part of the keyboard. I find that the numpad is very niche in a already niche hobby, and this 1800 layout is definitely a good option. The Womier K98 has per key RGB as well as LEDs around the bottom of the keyboard. With it being an acrylic keyboard, the RGB does look really nice and your keyboard is going to shine. The one thing that I would have preferred with the keyboard itself is to have those middle pieces of acrylic as frosted rather than clear to give the light a bit of a diffused look to it. Right now with the clear acrylic, you can see the RGB diodes as they are rather than it just glowing. You can customize all of this lighting as well, and the K98 offers a variety of different RGB modes. You can change these using the function keys on the keyboard, or you can use Womier's new driver software to customize all of the lighting modes. Let's check out those different modes now. The keycaps that come with the Womier K98 are a pudding style keycap, and I believe these are PBT. The bottom half is translucent with the top half being a solid color. The legends itself are all shine through, so you'll get that beautiful RGB right through the keycaps itself. The modifiers and accent keys have a blue tint to the clear part, and the rest of the keyboard itself is clear and translucent. The extra keycaps that you get are red. The switches on this keyboard are the Gatoron Browns. They are a tactile switch that has an actuation force of approximately 55 grams with a bottom out force of 65 grams. The Browns offer a nice tactile bump that feels good while you're typing. Out of the box, they do sound and feel slightly scratchy, and there is a slight spring ping, but I'm sure a bit of lube can fix that. I won't be doing any mods to this keyboard yet, but if you want to see what mods I'll be doing, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I'll probably have a modded video out in the near future. Here are what these Browns sound like stock. I think that the keyboard can sound a little bit better if we mod it, try to get rid of that spring ping, that scratchiness, and I do prefer a board that is less clacky than the Browns, but we'll see what mods can do to this. But right off the bat, the one thing that I really do not like about this keyboard are these stabilizers. The stabilizers are very rattly and definitely needs some mods to try to get rid of that rattle and ticking, and for me, the stabilizers are one of the most important parts of a build because it's the most evident and prominent while you're using a keyboard. You hit the space bar, enter, backspace quite often, that if there is rattle to it, you always hear that. And that is something that I try to spend a lot of time on to make sure that it's right, because it will probably drive me crazy the more that I use a keyboard and I hear all of this rattling and ticking. I prefer a nice sounding stabilizer that has no rattle and no ticking. But sometimes with these stock plate mounted stabilizers, it's really hard to fully get rid of that rattle and ticking, but we'll try to do the best that we can. Anyways, that's going to be it on the review for the Womier K98. If you have any questions or comments or feedback, feel free to leave that in the comment section below and I'll do my best to address them. I will be modding this keyboard fully, so hit that subscribe button if you want to know when that video is out. And the Womier K98 is definitely a good budget option if you're looking for this layout particularly. It has the numpad, your function row, and all of the keys that you need. You just get rid of that home cluster basically. This definitely is a good layout if you're looking for something compact and you also need the numpad. And yeah, I've been a little bit busy, so I haven't been streaming these days, but be sure to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, as I am posting a lot more often these days. I'll have that linked in the description as well. And yeah, feel free to follow me there if you want to see more of my content. But that's going to be it for me for now. I'll catch you guys in the next one.